For my final module topic, I decided to look deeper into what apportionment methods are and what role math plays in this topic. Apportionment is the process of dividing up the 435 memberships or seats in the U.S. House of Representatives among the 50 states. This process is done once every 10 years during the same year as the census. The results from the census are used to help calculate how many House memberships each state is given. The calculation for apportionment is based on the total resident population, excluding individuals that live on foreign soil within the U.S., citizens from other nations that are temporarily visiting or traveling in the country, and also residents of the District of Columbia. The 2020 apportionment population also includes United States Armed Force personnel and federal civilian employees that are stationed outside of the U.S. that can be allocated back to their home state. Now that we all have a bit more background knowledge on the topic, I'm going to talk a bit about some different apportionment methods that have been used in the U.S. history and are currently being used today. The method of equal proportions is the method that the United States is currently using. This method has been used since 1941 and divides up seats for the House based on a priority value. This priority value is computed by multiplying the population of a state by a multiplier. For example, each of the 50 states was automatically given one seat out of the 435 current total seats. The next seat goes to the state with the highest priority value, and that becomes that state's second seat. This process is continued until all 435 seats are assigned. A couple of other methods that I looked into includes Hamilton's method and Jefferson's method. Alexander Hamilton came up with an apportionment method that sets a divisor as the proportion of the total population per House seat. After each state's population is divided by the divisor, the whole number of the quotient is kept and the fraction is dropped, resulting in extra House seats. Jefferson's method was a bit more effective. Thomas Jefferson came up with a method that resolves the problem that occurs in Hamilton's method. This method divides all populations by a modified divisor and then rounds the results down to the lower quota. With that, there is no need to worry about any remaining seat. Something that I came across while looking into the different apportionment methods was an apportionment timeline that started in 1787 and went all the way until 1992. Something that I found interesting was the fact that Congress approved a bill in 1791 for a 120-member House and to use Hamilton's apportionment method. However, that same year, President Washington vetoed that bill, which was the very first presidential veto. The same year, the House passed a bill for a 105-member House in Jefferson's apportionment method to divide the seats among the states. The fact that Hamilton's method results in extra House seats raised a problem in the eyes of President Washington, and 10 days later, the Jefferson method was being used. This just puts into perspective how much more effective Jefferson's method was versus Hamilton's. These are just a few of the facts that I learned while completing this final paper, and I hope this video taught you all a thing or two as well.